In this video, I'm going to explain to you why you should be wrapping your personal training clients' hands. If you stick around to the end, I'll share with you a bonus tip which will show you how you can use this to motivate your clients. I'm Andy Wake, head coach at Boxercise. Over 29 years, I've taken 1,100 Boxercise courses, training over 18,000 people to do Boxercise myself, and been responsible for the development of 28,000. This is our YouTube channel. I hope you like it. We get asked this all the time, and it's important to draw a line of distinction between personal training clients and Boxercise class attendees. Class attendees, they're not paying for one-to-one time with you, so they can wrap their own hands. But a personal training client, well, when they come to you, they're expecting to get added value. One of the ways in which you can do this is you can wrap their hands for them. This is a skill that takes time to learn and one that you should master. If you've ever had anything to do with boxing and done somebody's corner, that's where you're the corner person looking after that particular boxer, then when we put the hand wraps on the boxer, it's at that moment their face changes. They're no longer relaxed, they're focusing on the contest. And people do this in different ways, but I call this when they put their fight face on. Everyone has a different fight face. Mine was one of stony silence. I didn't speak after the hand wraps went on. But this creates the bond between you as the trainer and them as the fighter. And they want to feel like a fighter. Whether they're on the bags, whether they're on the pads, they want to feel like a fighter. I don't mean they want to feel like a fighter like this. That's an entirely different matter. But they want to feel like a fighter when they're doing this. This is how you put them in that position. It's always a good refresher to have a quick look at how to bandage hands. So I'll do this very, very quickly for you here. The most important thing is the thumb goes in the thumb loop here, and we go over the back of the hand here. Don't pull this down into the hand there. This pulls the scaphoid bone into alignment with the radius. We want to keep these apart. Round the wrist a couple of times, then to the knuckles, keeping the fingers apart. You can see my other video on why it's really important to keep the fingers apart. And then we create that X brace across the back here, and then we tie off around the wrist, and there we are. I also like to pinch this a little bit because this means I've got a good grip bar to make a grip round. Now my bonus tip, I wouldn't allow someone to buy the hand wraps from you. You have to give them to them. They have to earn them. And the way in which they do this is by coming to a certain number of sessions. My suggestion is at the end of doing the 8 punches, what you do is you assess them, make sure that they're safe on this, and when they're able to do those 8 punches with good technique and you're happy with that, then they earn their wraps and you give them to them. They're only going to cost you £5 or £10 to do so, but in earning something, it is adding value. It's adding intrinsic value for that client that they're working with you. Now, also, they may go and brag about it and boast about this to their friends and say, I've earned my wraps. No one goes out and says, I've bought my wraps. But if you make it clear to them that they must earn them and you wrap them for them, but they have to give them back at the end of each session, and then when they've got their own, they have something that they have earned and they have an intrinsic value attached to that. When should this occur? Well, it's pretty straightforward. Experienced personal trainers will know that people's motivation dips around about the 6th to the 8th week of training. So around about that. So my suggestion is week 1, just teach them punches 1 and 2. Week 2, teach them movement. Week 3, 3 and 4, then 5, 6, 7 and 8, then put them together in week 6, 7 or 8. Maybe allowing a little bit of extra time for them to work on that. But around about week 6, 7 or 8, they earn their wraps. And at the end of the session, take them on the pads, check their technique and say to them, well done, you've earned your wraps. Maybe even take a photo with them holding their wraps like this, and they can post it on their social media because, of course, not only are they promoting themselves, they are promoting you. I hope that video's helped. Please subscribe to the channel if you want some more decent tips that are going to help you guys.